Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, December 15, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Washington Wizards vs Sacramento Kings. Denver handed the Wizards a loss in their latest contest. Davis Bertans led the Wizards with a season-high 21 points off the bench. Beal picked up a double-double, scoring 19 and dishing out 10 assists. Aaron Holiday was also electric off the bench, scoring 18 on 6-8 shooting, but it was all for naught as reigning MVP Nikola Jokic torched them. Jokic shot 9-14 for 28 points, while also dominating the glass with 19 rebounds. He fell 1 assist shy of a triple-double and added 3 steals and a block to his incredible stat line. Washington never led in the game despite shooting a solid 35.3% from deep. Both teams have had their issues putting games in the win column of late, and that's something that is going to be an issue here. The Kings have had major issues on the defensive end of the floor this season, and that's a major problem for them, even against teams that have had their issues offensively this season. Washington has had their struggles as they continue to await the return of Bryant and Hachimura. Having Kuzma out of the mix hurts the Wizards as well, but facing a Kings team that is leaky defensively swings the pendulum toward the Wizards. In their 23-point loss to Toronto, the game was basically over by halftime. The Kings trailed by 25 and were only to cut into the lead by 2 points when all was said and done. Fox led all scorers with 29 points. The bench was solid for the Kings as they combined for 50 points. Marvin Bagley picked up a double-double off the bench in the losing effort. Tyrese Haliburton has struggled recently and will need to pick up his play in this one against the visiting Wizards. Our first betting advice is to pick Washington Wizards. The Kings enter this game 7th in the league in scoring offense, with an average of 110.9 points per game. Sacramento is 10th in rebounding with 45.5 boards a contest, while the team stands 25th by handing out an average of 22.3 assists per contest. The Kings are 29th in scoring defense, as they allow an average of 114.4 points a night. De'Aaron Fox leads the team with 21 points plus 5.1 assists a night on the year. Harrison Barnes, 17.4 points, 6.7 rebounds, and Buddy Hield, 15.6 points, are solid scoring options as well. Richaun Holmes, 14 points, 9.3 boards, Marvin Bagley 8.1 points, 6.7 boards, and Tyrese Haliburton, 11.7 points, 5.6 assists, are each secondary scoring options. The Kings also have Davion Mitchell, Terrence Davis, Chimezie Metu, Tristan Thompson, Louis King, Alex Len, Maurice Harkless and Damian Jones to lean on in their rotation. Sacramento is 19th in field goal percentage by shooting 45.1% from the floor as a team on the year. The Kings are 19th by knocking down an average of 11.6 three-pointers a night, while they are 25th by knocking down 32.9% of their attempts from beyond the arc this season. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Los Angeles Clippers vs Utah Jazz. Los Angeles is averaging 106.2 points per game. They scored 111 points in their last game, making 55.1% of their field goals and 42.9% of their three-pointers. Marcus Morris Sr. led the way for Los Angeles with 24 points and 11 rebounds. Reggie Jackson finished with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, while Terrence Mann added 17 points and 9 rebounds. Los Angeles has played well defensively, giving up 104.3 points per game. They gave up 95 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to win this game. Both of these teams entered this contest red hot, but only one can earn the victory. The Clippers are being led by a formidable defense, which has held opponents to under 100 points in 2 of their last 4 games. That includes holding a very good Phoenix team to just 95 points. However, Utah has been just as good, holding their last 2 opponents to under 100. Utah is averaging 115.3 points per game. They scored 123 points in their last game, making 51.6% of their field goals and 33.3% of their three-pointers. Donovan Mitchell led the way for Utah with 28 points and 4 assists. Rudy Gobert finished with 20 points and 11 rebounds, while Hassan Whiteside added 18 points and 14 rebounds for the Jazz. Utah has also played well defensively, giving up 104.2 points per game. They gave up 98 points in their last game and will need another solid defensive effort if they want to get the win. Our first betting advice is to pick the Utah Jazz at -5. 2 key factors stand out in this contest. First, Utah is the far superior shooting team. It is not just the number of points they are averaging per game, but the fact that they hit their shots, especially Gobert. In addition, the Jazz have the advantage of being at home, where they are 9-4 this season, including winning their last 3. Utah found themselves trailing by 1 entering the break, but totally dominated the second half on their way to a 123-98 victory. Utah shot 51.6% from the field, including 14 of 17 from the free throw line. Donovan Mitchell led the team with 28 points and Rudy Gobert recorded a double-double with 11 assists and 20 points. 6 different players scored in double digits for the Jazz. Los Angeles held Phoenix to just 37.5% shooting, while hitting 55.1% of their own shots on their way to a 111-95 victory. Marcus Morris led the way, recording a double-double with 24 points and 11 rebounds. Morris hit 10 of 16 shots. The Clippers earned the victory despite both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard being out. Our second betting advice is to pick under 215.5. Memphis Grizzlies vs Portland Trail Blazers. The Grizzlies may have lost Ja Morant for a while, but that hasn't dwindled their spirit, not in the least. The Grizzlies have now won their last 3 games to move to 17-11 for the season, after a 126-91 blowout of the 76ers in their previous game. Dillon Brooks led the scoring with 23 points, while Jaren Jackson Jr. managed 22 points. DeAnthony Melton had 15 points, while Tyus Jones had 13 points. This is a surprising line set by the odds makers. Not only is Portland struggling, but Memphis is playing very good basketball. It is understandable that there would be some apprehension about the Grizzlies because of Morant being out, but McCollum is out for Portland, evening the playing field so to speak. The Trailblazers have not enjoyed a very good season so far. In fact, they have now lost their last 6 games to fall to 11-17 for the season. In their previous game, they were beaten 117-111 by the Phoenix Suns. It was the first of a back-to-back for the Blazers, who host Memphis on Wednesday. Larry Nance Jr. made his second start after Billups moved Covington to the bench. Portland went 14 of 22 from the free throw line. The Trailblazers will be playing on back-to-back nights, which should have them a little fatigued. Everything looks like it is going the way of the Grizzlies, who have won 8 of their last 9 games and who are averaging more points per game and allowing fewer per contest than Portland. Plus, you have to love the play of the Grizzlies on the glass. Portland has lost their last 4 games at home and are 1-4 in their last 5. Our first betting advice is to pick the Memphis Grizzlies at +1. Damian Lillard scored 24 points and added 11 rebounds and 6 assists, but it was not enough for Portland as they fell to Minnesota 116-111. Despite the high point total, Lillard did not shoot very well, hitting 5 of 17 shots, including 3 of 14 from three-point range. He did hit 11 of 15 free throw attempts. Anthony Simons came off the bench to score 26. Memphis took a 12-point lead into the half and never let up, defeating Philadelphia 126-91. Dillon Brooks led the way with 23 points, hitting 9 of 15 shots. Jaren Jackson added 22 points despite hitting only 1 of 6 of his three-point attempts. The Grizzlies hit 52.8% of their shots, including 41.2% from the three-point range. Our second betting advice is to pick over 219.